signs of March, busted brackets, and also green, right? Seas of green. All right, good morning, everyone. Yeah, so we are so excited to be here. One thing I wanted to note, they open at 9 a.m. this morning. And so we're going to get some people to start working their way in. So I'm going to bother Chef Meg right now. I know she's super swamped. But Meg, we are showing everyone some of the lunches and the dinners that you offer here. The first thing up, we got to dive into this guy right here. Talk a little bit about it.
Yes, ma'am. So right now we're working on a corned beef dinner, which we are expected to sell a lot today and probably for the rest of the month too. So this is what we have so far. We have corned beef in here, some cabbage, carrots, and red bliss potatoes.
And so obviously, talk a little bit about the prep that goes into the day. This is the Super Bowl of all days, the busiest day of the year here for you guys.
Yes, we've been prepping all week long, even like some into last week too. We have pans and pans of corned beef, vegetables ready to go, along with some of our other specialties like shepherd's pie, bangers and mash, fish and chips. We are definitely prepped and ready to go for today.
Amazing. All of the things that we're going to dive into as we continue on through the morning show, so you definitely want to stick around for that. All right, so is this ready to be plated, or should we move on? Okay, all right, let's plate that. And then we're going to make a corned beef Reuben, which I'm going to try my hand at too. All right, so go ahead, let's plate this. And so talk about kind of what goes into the preps here. I know that you had already kind of mentioned that you guys have been prepping for days and weeks ahead. So what kind of goes into that?
Honestly, it's a lot of organization. My biggest thing is if you are organized, prepped, and ready to go, you should have a pretty smooth day. That's one of my biggest things, is just be prepped and organized.
So we have kegs and eggs starting at 9, but this is available to folks starting when?
At 11 this morning.
Great. Yes. Oh, so you can get this at 11 a.m. All right, this looks delicious. All right, let's move on. Freddie, get a nice shot of that while we move on to making a
corned beef Reuben.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this. So
yes.
Go ahead, walk me through this.
All right, so you're gonna start off with our rye bread first.
Okay.
Yep. And then what we do is kind of like a nice Z of the Thousand Island dressing.
All right, so I'm all about the sauces. If you know me, Chef Meg, I'm all about the sauces. Awesome. So I think that's good.
That's
a little
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay,
perfect.
And then we're gonna move in with our Swiss cheese on each side of the bread.
That wasn't exactly a Z, but that's okay. I do know my letters.
And yeah. And then we're going to move on with the sauerkraut on one side. And then the corned beef right on top.
Right. Oh, geez. Okay. All right.
And then usually that is assembled, put onto the grill, and then finished off in the oven.
And we have a finished one, so I can try it.
Yes.
Let's get that out. Okay, take a look at that. It's ooey, it's gooey. It's all about the crunch, in my opinion. All about the crunch of the bread. Well, we still have the corned beef dinner in front of us. We made that in the last hour, and we have a couple of other good eats. But I want to introduce you to the owner first before we get to the food. Greg, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So we also talked about some live events that you're having here, bands and things like that. Talk a little about what's going on today, because this is not just about the food, but this is really about the atmosphere here too.
Right. Yep. We have live music, acoustic from 2 to 4. Bagpipers coming in periodically through the day. Irish music all day, and plenty of Guinness.
Plenty of Guinness. So a lot of prep goes into this. I was amazed by the amount of pounds of corned beef that you already have kind of prepared.
Yep.
Tell the folks how many pounds.
Over 500 pounds of corned beef.
And you're expecting to use all of that?
Probably today.
All today or into this weekend, because you have these dishes for this weekend too.
The whole weekend. Yep.
Amazing. And so also talk a little bit about the atmosphere. Once this gets going, we have kegs and eggs starting at 9. These dishes will be available when?
11 o'clock.
Okay.
So 11 a.m. And then we're family friendly, so people can bring their kids in the dining room. And we have plenty of Guinness, green beer, and festivities for the night.
Exciting. I've already helped with some of the decorations. I like to pat myself on the back for that. You're welcome, Greg. You're welcome. All right, now joining me now is Meg. You met her in the last hour. This is the head chef, the mastermind behind all of these foods, the great eats that we've already had. Okay, break down what we have in front of me now. This is a shepherd's pie, right?
Yes, this is a shepherd's pie. However, if we are speaking technically, it is considered a cottage pie because we use ground beef, which is more popular here in the States, but still considered a shepherd's pie. So that's what we offer here at Blackstone.
I asked you kind of what was in it. Break down what are the ingredients in this.
Of course, in the meat filling, we use ground beef, sauteed onions, peas, carrots, corn. Our house-made demi is mixed in, along with some Worcestershire sauce.
Amazing. Okay, so I feel like I should just like show folks the layers on this. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. All right, now walk me through. I love a good egg roll. We were talking about this. Go ahead and break down what this is.
Of course, honestly, it's just like what we made last hour. It's a corned beef Reuben, but in an egg roll form. So in there we have Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, corned beef, and Thousand Islands to dip it in.
What is your favorite dish to make?
My favorite dish to make here, honestly, the shepherd's pie and the Reuben egg rolls. That's why I made them for you guys today.
Amazing. And one other question for you. You were talking about kind of the creative freedom that you have with some of your dishes here. You have made a soup for folks. We'll introduce that to them in the next hour. Talk a little about that.
One of my favorite soups to make, especially around St. Patrick's Day, is potato leek. It's super simple, easy, but it's nice and hearty.
Love that. Okay, I'm excited to try this. All right. Whoop! It fell right off. Guys, back to you. I think this is the first time I've tried this. I think I've ever had this. Hey, good morning. You know, it's not every morning that I get to crash people's breakfast too, but they're open at 9 a.m., so they're already open. Folks are already coming in to enjoy some kegs and eggs, in addition to all the great eats starting at 11 a.m. too. But joining me now, I want to introduce you to somebody, Christina. She's the mastermind behind the bar, so she serves up some of those great drinks. All right, Christina, good morning. So this is your
About seventh year.
St. Patrick's Day here.
Yeah.
What about today makes it so special and the environment so fun to be around?
Bagpipers, everybody that comes in they love it. They love St. Patty's Day. Everybody's happy. It's like the happiest holiday ever.
And I feel like green is such a vibrant color, and it's fun to kind of get decked out, all of that. I see you have your green too.
Yes, I
so
do.
is this one of your favorite days kind of here?
It is.
And why?
I love it, just the atmosphere. Everybody's happy. They're happy-go-lucky, and they like to have fun.
All right, great. So I'm going to go ahead. So something about me, I went to Ireland, and I am actually a certified Guinness pourer. So, Christina, let's see if I remember how to do it.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a certain way to do this.
Yes.
Okay, so how do I, am I in the right way? Okay, so go ahead.
So you're going to push back.
Push it back.
Yeah, there you go.
And isn't
Back
there like,
towards you.
this way, right?
Towards you. There you go.
All the way.
All the way.
All the way, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going.
And you're going to go to about halfway.
Halfway. Okay. All right.
And then you're going to stop. Put it right back.
You like that?
You got it.
Okay.
And then you're going to drop it, and you're going to wait for about 6 minutes.
Which is incredible that it's 6 minutes. So while we're waiting for that to sit, we're going to bring in Greg now. Greg, talk about all the good eats. I can't believe I have to wait 6 minutes to get a beer. Okay, talk a little bit about this. We're introducing some new things here. This is a new thing that we're bringing, and this one too. So talk about it.
Yep, we got the potato leek soup for the day. We got the pretzel knots. We got the corned beef egg rolls. Corned beef and cabbage dinner, obviously, shepherd's pie, and we have fish and chips, other stuff.
And yeah, so you're running on a reduced menu today just merely because it's just going to be such a crazy day here with a lot of people expected to come in and out of those doors. Talk a little about what else is on your menu.
Fish and chips. We have our traditional wings and stuff that people like. Chicken tenders for the kids. Cheeseburgers for the kids. Other than that, it's just pretty much the Irish stuff that you see on here, plus the fish and chips and shepherd's pie.
Amazing. And also in addition to the food, the great drinks, as well as the great company, you guys have been awesome. Yep. We also have some fun entertainment too.
Yep, we have acoustic show from 2 to 4, and then we have the bagpipes coming in. Irish music on the house system all day, and festivities, giveaway prizes. We have a couple vendors coming in selling glitter hats and stuff like that. So
great, looking forward to it. Okay, Christina, this isn't going to work for me because 6 minutes, can't wait for that. So that is the perfect pour. Christina did that. All right, Christina, what is your favorite thing on the menu?
My favorite thing, it's got to be the fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Okay, I can't have that. I'm allergic to fish, but that's okay. I'm going to try this instead. Tim and Lauren, look at that sauce. Oh yeah. Back to you guys. Cheers. Lauren loves fish and chips. It's great. I'm sorry, my mouth is full. No, this is the pretzels and this is beer cheese?
Guinness cheese.
Guinness cheese. So I can't drink, but I'll eat the Guinness instead. How's that? I'll just eat the Guinness. That's fine. Good morning. So last hour, we introduced you to a lot of yummy dishes like the leeks and potato soup, which is one of Chef Meg's specialties. But in addition to that, we want to make other classics. So one last dish for everybody. Meg, good morning. Thanks for joining us. You've been amazing. Talk about what we're going to make now.
So right now we are going to make our traditional bangers and mash.
Okay, so first off, what is bangers and mash?
So bangers are, they're a sausage that is seasoned with cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg, so it's very earthy. And then our mashed potatoes with the demi-glaze.
Awesome. All right, let's get right to it. All right, so walk us through what we're doing right now. So we got to put, how much mashed potatoes are you going to put on a plate?
We're going to do a nice amount. It's going to be nice and hearty for everyone today. Yep.
All right.
So probably we're going to do a nice bit like
What is in
that.
your demi-glaze?
In our demi-glaze, so it's, a demi-glaze refers to, it's beef stock that's been reduced down, so it's a nice, like, beefy flavor that's in there. And then we make it like a traditional gravy with a roux and whatnot.
Meg, I love your passion behind the food too. Talk a little bit about why we put the bangers on there. Why don't we talk a little bit about what you love the most about kind of the culinary experience, not just Irish dishes, but just in general.
Food, I mean, food is love, it's life. I mean, a lot of time food brings happiness to people, and I love being able to serve that to others, like bring my happiness through food into others. It's my biggest passion, yeah.
I love that. Okay, and so can I do the demi-glaze?
Yes, you can,
Okay.
of course.
I love sauces. I'm a big sauce fan. So just like all over it.
Yeah, right over the bangers, the mash.
I mean, it's not as pretty as you would do it, but it gets the job done, right?
Yes, it does.
All right, one bite for everybody. Oh, that's delicious. These are my first time for having a lot of these foods. So Meg, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I appreciate it. In Southington, Rachel Piscitelli, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station. I'm talking with my mouth full. My mom's going to be so mad.